Nobody on the planet can dispute what I'm about to say. Jesus Christ was not religious. He was not a Christian. There was no Christianity. He was not Catholic, and thank God for that. There was no religion at the time apart from the Egyptian Book of the Dead, which mirrors the Ten Commandments of Moses. So Jesus never went to church on a Sunday to be told that he was born a sinner and he must be punished by a God that is greater than him, the same God that people preach about today. But is that the same God that has always existed? If Jesus didn't follow Christianity, who did he follow? He followed God. And when I have looked at the different religions, what comes together in all of the religions, even in the Quran, it says, there shall be no God before God, between man and his God. So where are all these extra gods coming from? Well, they've been projected into the third dimension through our conscious misunderstanding. We've walked a long way away from our spiritual home, our spiritual roots. And now we're in a material world that is broken and sodden. It's been made heavy. Made heavy, in other words, is aggravated. If we look in the Bible, we find the most beautiful words, but they're not words belonging to religion. To distinguish, religion is for groups and spirituality is for the individual. People are waking up, their consciousness is becoming aware that their subconscious has been programmed. And when we think of the programming that's been done, the misleading into the material realm, why? Well, if we want to return to the Garden of Eden, we can do that right now. And it's a method of unification. Those of you that study anima and animus, you'll know the male and female, the opposites, have to balance. You can't have one without the other. And even in the Bible, if we look at the parable of the Tower of Babel, we see that there is a tower leading up to God, but at the bottom, everybody's too busy arguing. Everybody's arguing about whose religion is more powerful, whose God is more powerful. But as Freud said, all gods must die. And that means all misperceptions of God must die, and we must become pure again. If you have faith, you don't need hope. So how do we move from fear to faith? Well, fear represents all of our unconscious projections that remain in shadow, and faith is our conscious projections that come from light. We're not in the process of denying. People try and deny their shadow. They don't want to accept that they have these components about their personality, so they project them into the shadow and attempt to disown them, or more to the point, they project them at other people. So other people become the target for their conscious impossibilities, the things from their unconscious mind that they cannot tolerate get projected onto other people. In extreme cases, they then kill those other people. That's what happened to Jesus. In one moment, he was revered as the light. In the next moment, and it took a split second for just one person in that crowd to say, no, let's kill him. So what were they trying to kill? They could not handle the truth. They could not handle that not only was Jesus the Son of God, but so are we. We are the sons and daughters of God. We are the outreach projections of God. And we are meant to be here creating, not destroying. So if Jesus didn't follow religion or Christianity and he just followed God, where is our evidence and proof of that? Well, we can look in the Bible, and it says it in Matthew 6.3. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. So where is that kingdom of heaven in our world today? Often people will say, if there was a God, he wouldn't let this happen. But God didn't do to the world what we have done to the world, or rather our ancestors, in fairness, because we shouldn't always be accused of carrying a burden that we wouldn't think of doing today. The burdens are the programming in the unconscious mind. They are the demons. And so if you want to get rid of demons in your reality, you have to get rid of the demons, simply put, as misunderstood thought programs in your subconscious mind. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven means that you go back into your mind, in your meditations and just in your thoughts, and you orientate yourself on the north-south axis. When you do that, you can anticipate you'll get a left field swipe at your energy system. Somebody will come into your life to push you off balance. But your task to cleanse your soul, cleanse your subconscious mind, is made better when you connect with your higher consciousness, which is your God within you. That doesn't make us God in the sense of ego, but that makes us God in the sense of God created me, he created you. And so he doesn't make mistakes. What we have then, if we go back to the kingdom of heaven, the verse tells us that all things will be released unto us, all righteousness. What that means is the higher frequency. Jesus Christ's name is one of the highest frequencies in the material realm. So Jesus Christ in the mind connects us to the higher frequency of God in our mind. And that is where we should be going to. So don't get caught arguing at the bottom of the Tower of Babel. I'm instructing you now. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. That means go into your consciousness, go to your higher consciousness and dialogue there. Because you and I know already our minds are much more powerful than everybody thinks. And we are on our way back home. We're on our final flight. That means that in stage 4 of consciousness evolutions, people are now moving into that. We're done with the old programs. We're not going to be pinned anymore. Our souls need liberating. And so it's time. The thing that Jesus said was, I am the way, walk ye in it. So for everybody watching this video, Jesus is the way. He didn't follow Christianity. He followed God. I am the way, walk ye in it.